Hello teacher, hello students. Welcome to today's lesson. In your previous non-plasma lesson, I hope you discussed saving. Let me remind you of the main points of the lesson. Savings refers to the part of income which is not spent on consumption or the excess of income over consumption expenditure. Just like consumption, saving depends directly on income. As income increases, savings also increase, but the rate of increase in savings is more than the rate of increase in income. At low income levels, savings are negative, implying dissaving. Students, in today's lesson, we will learn about the saving function. For your better understanding of the concept, I want you to do the first activity in groups. Compare and contrast saving and consumption, especially in terms of the change they exhibit with the level of income. Students, have you compared saving with consumption? Very good. When we talk about consumption, we are also talking about saving. One complements the other. That means for a given level of income, if consumption increases, saving should decrease or vice versa. When disposable income increases, both consumption and saving also increase, but at different rates, where the rate of increase in consumption is less than the rate of increase in income, but the rate of increase in savings is more than the rate of increase in income. Regardless of the level of income, even at zero level, consumption is always positive, but saving is negative at low levels of income. Well, students, let's now discuss the saving function. The savings function shows the relationship between savings S and disposable income YD at different levels of income. Mathematically, saving S is equal to income YD less consumption C. Thus, the saving function is corollary or reciprocal of the consumption function. This implies that the saving function is positively related with disposable income. That is, consumption remaining unchanged when disposable income increases, savings also increases. Students, now I want you to discuss in groups and answer the second question. The question is, what is the direction of relationship between saving and consumption, and why is that so? Did you detect the direction of relationship between saving and consumption and the reason for that? I hope you have done so. Here is the answer. The saving function is negatively or inversely related with consumption. That is, disposable income remaining unchanged when consumption increases, savings decreases. That's why the saving function is corollary or reciprocal of the function. As can be seen from this hypothetical saving schedule, saving S increases with disposable income YD. At zero disposable income, saving is negative. This means S equals YD minus C equals 0 minus 50 equals negative 50. When disposable income is 100 million birr, savings becomes 0. Hence, This is the break-even point of the economy. That is, S equals 100 minus 100 equals 0. After the break-even, the saving is positive and continues to increase at faster rate than income. For example, when income increases from 150 to 200, it means a 30% increase. Correspondingly, the saving increases from 25 to 50, implying a 100% increase. That is, while consumption increases from 125 to 150, which is an increase by 20%. Students, do you know how the saving curve is derived? The saving line can be derived either from the consumption line or by plotting the saving income information from a saving schedule. The saving line can also be derived by plotting the mathematical specification of a saving function using slope and intercept. However, it is most often derived from the consumption line. This derivation is based on the observation that income is divided between consumption and saving, and any income not used for consumption is diverted to saving. The top panel, panel A, presents a standard consumption line which you are already familiar with from the previous lesson. You are also aware of the 45-degree line which starts from the origin. This line indicates equality between consumption and income. The vertical difference between the 45-degree line and the consumption line is saving. If the 45-degree line lies below the consumption line, as is the case for relatively low levels of income, then saving is negative. If the 45-degree line lies above the consumption line, then saving is positive. The saving line is derived by transferring the vertical distance between the 45-degree line and the consumption line from the top panel or panel A to the bottom panel or panel B of the exhibit. This gives an upward sloping saving function or line where the part above the x-axis shows positive saving and the area below the x-axis shows dissaving. At the point where the saving line crosses the x-axis, savings is equal to 0. Students, let's also examine the alternative derivation which makes use of a saving schedule. Once the points are plotted, they can be connected to form the saving line. Now, I want you to do the second activity that helps you to see the consistency of the two methods. The earlier hypothetical saving schedule will be presented to you for the income saving figures. Do the activity individually. Students, have you derived the saving line from the given saving schedule? That's very good. If you plotted it correctly, you would have a saving line identical to the one derived earlier from the consumption line. Let me show you the correct one so that you can compare it with yours. This graph shows the saving line derived from our hypothetical saving schedule. The resultant saving curve slopes upwards, implying that saving increases with income. The shaded area in a red color below the x-axis represents negative saving or dissaving, which is equal to consumption. On the other hand, the shaded area in a green color above the x-axis represents saving. At zero level of income, savings is negative minus 50 million birr, which equals to the minimum level of consumption, or equivalently the autonomous consumption. Saving is zero at 100 million birr income level, at which the saving line crosses horizontal axis. This point represents the break-even point of the economy. To the left of the break-even point, the economy is dissaving, that is, consumption exceeds current income. On the other hand, after the break-even, the economy has positive savings, implying that current income is greater than current consumption. Students, as is in the case of the consumption function, the relationships between saving and income, or the propensity to save, can be expressed in terms of average and marginal measurements. Average propensity to save, or APS, is the ratio of total savings S to total income YD. In simple terms, APS is the average savings per unit income. Symbolically, it is expressed as APS is equal to total savings divided by disposable income. For example, in our hypothetical saving schedule at income level of 150 million birr, the level of savings is 25 million birr. Therefore, APS is 25 divided by 150, which is 0.17. This means that about 17% of the total income in the given year is saved and not consumed. At low levels of income, the average propensity to save, APS, is also low, and it could even be negative if income is less than consumption. Conversely, at high levels of income, the average propensity to save, APS, is also high. Generally, APS increases with income. That means as income rises, APS also rises. If we know the APS and total income of the economy in a given year, we can easily estimate the level of savings by rearranging the formula given earlier as S equals APS times YD. Students, before we end today's lesson, let me summarize the main points. In today's lesson, we have discussed the saving function and the average propensity to save. We learned that saving is a function of income, and the saving function shows the relationship between savings and income. The average propensity to save, APS, is the ratio of total savings to total income. Given the APS, savings can be derived by multiplying income by APS. We also noted that the saving line can be derived either from the consumption line or by plotting the saving income information from a saving schedule. Well, students, that's all we have time for. In our next lesson, we will discuss the marginal propensity to save. Until then, goodbye, students. Goodbye, teacher.